Welcome everybody, welcome to the channel, Mighty Sawdust. I'm your host Darius. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully you've been watching the previous videos and you've liked what you've seen, and hopefully you subscribed and you're kind of interested to see more of getting into woodworking more full-time versus dabbling in it. Obviously I have the space to do it in, and I've had to convert a typical shed that you can pick up at a Lowe's or Home Depot, pre-built obviously. And I basically converted it into the shed to be able to work. Actually, it is a shed. I'm just converting it to be a workable workshop. Basically, you see in the first video, which was me insulating this place, getting it all prepped for that, getting the drywall up, and then obviously putting the compound mud on there. And that's a two-part video. Obviously, the main portion, along with a couple of oddballs of the window and then the door area. And then basically getting it the second layer, which will be the video that you'll watch right now. And then from there, it'll be off to paint. So sit back, relax. Hopefully you've already subscribed and hit the notification bell. Hopefully watching these videos you see some kind of value in them, as I'm basically a newbie into getting into woodworking, kind of like a full-time thing. And obviously anyone can do DIY stuff. Hence the name, do it yourself. So hopefully you'll join me in this journey as I go about putting out videos of like my daily little project that I do here. And obviously the first couple of videos obviously is the preparation of getting this ready to go. So hopefully if you like this content and you want to see more, please subscribe, hit the like, check out the website, any merch that's on there, just any little bit helps to just continue developing this channel into something a little bit better for a learning experience and a sharing of what we can all do ourselves, and hopefully inspires you to get up off the couch and do something too, whether it's fixing your car by yourself or getting in woodworking or just any little projects. So hopefully just sit back and relax and watch me continue this journey. Quick update. Today I'm working on the second coat of the drywall. I pretty much started on the ceiling already the other day. Now I'm doing the walls here. And it's the same process. Another thin coat from here, fanning out your compound. That way, once you're done and dries, there's a lot less sanding because you pretty much smooth it out just using your compound. And the goal is to try to get it all the walls done today. So welcome everybody. Welcome to the second day of the drywalling process. This video is pretty short. I kind of made a quick little montage of me going through and pretty much adding like the second and kind of like third layers of the compound. So you can see around the borders is the original compound right here. I started in this little section and I'm adding another layer. As you can see, it's being fanned out a little further out. So as I'm getting away from the middle section of where the original compound was, or the joints basically, it's getting smoother from the very edges, so that once it dries, there's almost no need to sand really in that location, because it should be pretty smooth transition from the actual drywall wall to the dried compound. And that basically goes along for a whole wall and ceiling. Same process. You're just adding another thin layer. Hopefully with this layer you're covering up any of the imperfections you might have had when you put your first layer of compound on there. So any little grooves and crevices have now been filled in with this layer, and you're also trying to smooth out the edges to get a nice smooth transition. Right now I'm going in full blast mode, getting some of the screws done, getting that top little section. And you can see I'm getting further out from the actual corners and edges. And I'm trying to get it as smooth as possible, thin layers, each time trying to hit and cover any little holes and gaps that I might have missed and not noticed the first time around. And I'm just going, spreading it out, getting it more leveled as we go. And I do apologize for the bad camera angles. Obviously I'm working with a cell phone as my camera currently. And I was trying to get the largest span of the view, and based on what I saw on the screen, it seemed like I covered majority of it, so you didn't get the top half of the drywalling and compounding over there, but you can kind of get the gist of how I did the corners and edges. Just kept adding a little layer from one side, a little bit more on the other side, and trying to smooth it out the best I could, adding pressure to one side of the trowel than the other to get a smooth transition from the actual compound itself to the actual bare drywall. And then it just continues on and on and on. So here I'm basically gonna finish up this wall. This was pretty much the last wall, and from that point on I basically needed to let it dry before I can do any sanding, and then obviously moving on to paint. So the next video clip will be basically about 3 days later after it had a chance to completely dry. So that's where we're at right now. So hopefully you're still watching and you enjoy what's going on. All right, everybody. As you can see, I am in the shed once again, and I will be basically sanding it down now. I like the coverage of what I've got with the couple layers of the mud on the walls here. Now I'm just going to go sand specific spots where there's grooves and divots and stuff like that, little hills and valleys of what's really noticeable, like up here. Get that done, and just to speed up the process, obviously this is a working shed, so I don't want, it's not like I'm doing a basement where I want to have it in pristine condition where it's visible for everybody. This is just to kind of get the shed, insulated, drywall's up, get it sanded, get it painted, get ready to move in and use it basically. So that's the goal here. So I'm just going to go quickly, basically using my DeWalt sander. I got a vacuum attached to it. Obviously I couldn't find quickly the adapter that I know I had for it from the vacuum to the actual thing, so I had compromised and used one of these rubber gasket kind of things. It's working. Angled it just right so I can utilize it better without getting in the way and minimize the dust, so I don't have to keep walking over here and plugging the screen down, because that would be probably a pain in the butt long term. So yeah, picked up the paint. I picked up from a local company here. They're located in Wooddale, Illinois. Earth Paint. They're called Earth Paint. You can check them out, earthpaint.org. They basically work with recycling paint, so you would bring them, basically donate the paint to them. I think you had to pay them a little fee for the process, which helps employ the employees, and also you could buy the paint. It's premium paint, leftover like Sherwin-Williams paint, stuff like that. They do have colors. They can do color matching also. I picked up 2 buckets, 2 2-gallon pails. He gave me a little discount, so it's basically 4 gallons worth of white-ish paint. Cost me basically $40. You can't really beat that, especially if it's just like a DIY kind of thing. If I wanted to get, go to the big box stores like Lowe's, Home Depot, even Ace Hardware and everyone else, and try to get a 5-gallon bucket, everyone knows it's going to cost you $90 to $120. depending on what grade and whatever else you choose from the paints. So for $40 for basically 4 gallons worth, 40 bucks. I can't complain. So it's premium paint. They do color match, like I said. They do have icing the colors and the pails, and it's basically all the leftover paints from construction crews that do the interior painting of, you know, they have like purples and reddish tones. So obviously if anyone has accent wall, then they have leftover paint. They utilize that. White's more of a premium because it's still in its neutral form before they do any color matching and stuff like that. So check them out. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just giving them a shout out because they help the planet. They're basically helping us be green, and my goal is to try to be, you know, a little bit green also, with potentially getting more solar and, you know, being a little more efficient with the emissions that, you know, the shed would give off, which, you know, everyone a little bit helps. So the goal here is finish the sanding process, and obviously, you know, it just can be quick and easy with a sander. I'm not going into full detail, getting it perfectly crisp detail. Like I said, it's a working shop. I just want it, you know, get it as smooth as you can, with just visually looking smooth, good to go. Get it painted and start moving in, and actually get that ultimate workbench video filmed for you guys. And basically, you know, move in. I got to dismantle that table from the garage and then bring it in here and videotape putting it back together. And from there on, there'll be, you know, more videos from any little projects I actually work out, bringing along with the journey. So here I go with some drywall.